Hello and welcome to Judicial Service Exam Coaching. I welcome each one of you to today's mock test paper discussion. So mock test for Indian Penal Code held today morning at 9:30 a.m. So let's start our discussion. The first question is, under which of the following situations would the Indian courts have jurisdictions? So তলত কিছুমান statement বোৰ দিছো সেই statementত mention কৰা situation বোৰৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত Indian courts or jurisdiction আছে নে নাই? The first statement is crime committed by an Indian in a foreign country. In this case, Indian courts have jurisdiction. This comes under section 4, subsection 1. So it says any citizen of India in any place without and beyond India is under Indian jurisdiction. So section 4 deals with extraterritorial offenses. It applies to any offenses committed by any citizen of India in any place beyond India. Statement 2. Crime committed by a foreigner in India. In this case also Indian courts have jurisdiction. This is correct and this comes under section 2. Third statement, crime committed by a person on an Indian ships. In this case also Indian courts have jurisdictions. This comes under section 4 subsection 2. To আমি এটা section 4 আৰু section 2 ৰ মাজত এটা main difference to হল কি section 2 deals with intra territorial operation of the code. That means within India jiblak offense hoy. Okay, section 2 applies to every person in any part of India for every act or omission contrary to provision of this code. A foreigner who commits an offense within India is guilty. So yet every person boli koar loge loge foreigner include hoi jay. Okay, so hetu khetot foreigner ejono try kora khetot Indian courts or jurisdiction ase jodi foreigner jone within India kiba eta tenukwa dhoronor offense eta commit kore. And section 4 deals with the extraterritorial offenses. So Indian citizen ejono jodi beyond India jodi kiba crime offense tenukwa kore. Our third statement to kotha yat moi Indian ship or kotha koisu okol ship no aircraft to hobo pare moi ship to mention korisu. So aircraft or kheto to hoy je crime committed by a person on an Indian ship or aircraft which must be registered in India. So section 2 or 4 are main difference to a whole. Section 2 related to intra-territorial operation and section 4 related to extra-territorial offenses. So moi at situation develop question to this. Apnalok question eneke ahibo pare direct je which sections of Indian Penal Code deals with intra-territorial operation and extra-territorial offenses. So section 2 and 4. So here the correct option is D, all of the above. Second question, moi gutebur question pohi na thaku, option bas correct option to koi jam, that is C, mens rea. So mens rea to Indian Penal Code koto define kora nai kintu mens rea jetu essence ami pray Indian Code or hokolobur provision ote reflect hoa dekhibole pam. Wrongful gain or wrongful loss to mention kora ase section 23 aru important hoy short note ahe aru logote wrongful gain or wrongful loss or difference to cite hobo. Common intention implies prearranged planning. Next question, match the following. Movable property defines under section 22, dishonestly under section 24, fraudulently 25 and document under section 29. So the correct option is B. Aru IPC khetot apnaloke section offense aru hey offense tor punishment to kuntu section dia ase hekini bhalke monot rakhibo. Question number 6 of legal principle eta disu. So legal principle khatar mata kotha kobo bisariso contract law of contract or jetu mock test 2 hoisil amar tat duta legal reasoning asil bohote correct answer dise kisumanor answer bhul hoise aru dujon mane ki korise completely skip korise legal reasoning duta. Aru eta kotha moi kobo khujisu answer sheet bur evaluate kori dekhisu apnaloke keteba skip kore. Definitely sob bostu janato সম্ভৱ না জানিব পাৰে বা কনফিউজন থাকিব পাৰে কিবা এটা পার্টিকুলার আপোনাৰ কনসেপ্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত কিন্তু আপোনালোকে স্কিপ নকৰিব কাৰণ কিয়নো এজএছএ টো আমাৰ নেগেটিভ মার্কিং নাই ইউপিএসসি যেনেকে নেগেটিভ মার্কিং থাকে নেগেটিভ মার্কিং থাকিলে ডেফিনেটলি আমি স্কিপ কৰিব লগা হয় আৰু স্কিপ কৰিবও লাগে কাৰণ স্কিপ যদি নকৰো আমাৰ যিখিনি আমি কারেক্ট আনসার কৰিছো তাৰ পৰা আমাৰ 0.25 কি গুছি যায় হয়নে গতিকে যেহেতু এজএছত আমাৰ নেগেটিভ মার্কিং নাই যদি আপুনি নেজানে বা আপোনাৰ কিবা সেই পার্টিকুলার কোয়েশ্চনটোৰ ওপৰত আপোনাৰ কনফিউজন থাকে আপুনি নজনাখিনি পিছলৈকে ৰাখি থৈ দিওক জনাখিনি আপুনি প্ৰথম এটেম্প কৰি লওক কিতেবা কি হয় লাষ্ট মোমেন্টটো মনত পৰি যায় ওকে আৰু লাষ্ট মোমেন্টত আপুনি ৰিকল কৰিব পাৰে বা ৰিকল কৰিব নোৱাৰিলে আপুনি ৰিকল কৰিবলৈ ট্রাই কৰিলে কিতেবা কিবা লিংকত অকমান হলেও কিবা এটা মনত পৰে বা নপৰিলেও কোনো কথা নাই আপুনি এটলিষ্ট এটেম্প কৰিব স্কিপ নকৰিব যেহেতু নেগেটিভ মার্কিং না কিজানি আপুনি তেনেকে এটেম্প কৰি আপোনাৰ ৰাইট আনসাৰটোতে আপোনাৰ টিকটো পৰি যায় ওকে তাৰ 1 মার্ক আপোনাৰ আহি গল হয় না 1 মাৰ্কৰ কাৰণে আপুনি সিলেক্ট নহব পাৰে হেকাৰণে স্কিপ নকৰিব নজনাখিনি থৈ দিয়ক লাষ্টত ট্ৰাই কৰক আৰু এটলিষ্ট আপোনালোকে যেহেতু নেগেটিভ মাৰ্কিং নাই প্ৰত্যেকটো আনসাৰে এটেম্প কৰক ওকে স্কিপ নকৰিব প্লিজ ডোন্ট স্কিপ তো question number 6 of principle to কৈছে false imprisonment is the restraint of a person is in a bounded area without justification and consent so false imprisonment the principle implies that false imprisonment is a restraint the person is a restraint কৰি ৰখা এটা bounded area ভিতৰত without justification and consent fact to কৈছে যে a group of thugs scams into supermarket আহিলে লুট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে তাত যিবিলাক কাস্টমাৰ্স আছে তেওঁলোকক ভিতৰত থাকিবলৈ ফোৰ্স কৰিলে বন্দুক দেখুৱাই পেলাই তাৰ পিছত তেওঁলোকৰ ৰবাৰীটো কমপ্লিট হোৱাৰ পিছত তেওঁলোকে উলাই গৈ মানুহ কাস্টমাৰ বিলাকক বাহিৰৰ পৰা লক কৰি থলে লক কৰি তেওঁলোকে গুচি গল নাও এই ফেক্ট টু ফলছ ইমপ্ৰিজনমেন্টৰ কেছ হয় নে নহয় সো yes the above is an instance of false imprisonment কিয়নো কাস্টমাৰ বিলাকক ইয়া ডিটেইন কৰি ৰাখিছিলে ষ্টৰৰ ভিতৰত without consent and justification so option A question number 7 or correct option to hoise apunar B that is under 7 years of age that is under section 82 or general exception chapter to apunalke bhalke pohi debo question number 8 ot moi duta statement disu statement duta correct hoy ne nohoy okay insanity or mental abnormality is one of the general exceptions to criminal liability recognized by IPC yes this statement is correct and this is provided under section 84 says that nothing is an offense which is done by a person who at the time of doing it by reason of unsoundness of mind was incapable of knowing the same so this statement is correct now second statement on some this principle means the principle of insanity is based on the principle of mens rea this statement is also correct enekwa dhৰণৰ question board আপোনালোকে অলপ mind to apply কৰিব লাগিব এতিয়া চাওক under section 84 যেটো insanity exception তা দিছে okay যেটো insanity ধৰক ডিফেন্সৰ কথা কৈছে যে মানুহ এজনে ধৰক কিবা এটা ক্ৰাইম কৰিলে তেতিয়া কোৱা হল যে হে সময়ত মানুহজনে আনসাউণ্ডনেছ অফ মাইণ্ডৰ কাৰণে যেটো কাম কৰিছে হেতু বুজাৰ তেওঁৰ কেপেবিলিটি না ইনকেপেবল হয় ওকে তো হেতু প্ৰুফ কৰাৰ কাৰণে চাব লাগিব যে মানুহজনৰ কিবা গিল্টি মাইন্ড আছে নেকি তেওঁ হসাকৈ তেখেত ইনসেন হয় নেকি হে বস্তুবিলাক জাজ কৰা হয় কিহৰ বেস কৰি যে মেন্স সব অফেন্সৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত সব ক্ৰাইমৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত প্ৰথম চোৱা হয় যে মানুহজনৰ হে পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ অফেন্সৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত মেন্স ৰিয়া প্ৰেজেন্ট আছে নে নাই okay that's why the principle of insanity based on the principle of mens rea okay so enekwa questions board okoman mind to apply kor okoman apunake bhalke bostubilak bhabi sabo okay so here the correct option is A C both 1 and 2 are correct question number 9 or correct option to hoba that is 54 commutation of sentence to mention kora ase 54 under jodi jibilak case death sentence pass korise that appropriate government without the consent of the offender commute the punishment question number 10 Jed is thrown from his horse and is insensible A sergeant finds that Jed requires to be trepanned and not intending Jed's death but in good faith for Jed's benefit performs the trepan before Jed recover his power of judging for himself is A guilty eto dise A guilty hobone na gotika ami yat illustration to sabo lagibo je er kiba tat guilty mind ase niki ba tenukwa thorno dishonest kiba intention ase niki so it clearly kwa hoise A not intending Jed's death and he has done performs the trepan in good faith that's why A has committed no offense and this is comes under section 92 says that acts done in good faith for benefit of a person without consent question number 11 A instigates B to murder C B refuses to do so it a question hoise je is A guilty hobone so the correct option is B yes A is guilty of abetting B to commit murder why কাৰণ ইয়াত বি টো ৰিফিউজ কৰিলে মাৰ্ডাৰ কৰা নাই কিন্তু এ কিয় গিল্টি হ'ল হেতু কোৱেশ্চন নিশ্চয় কিছুমানৰ মন ৰেজ হ'ব ওকে ইয়াত মেইন কথাটো হৈছে কি যে এ ইজ গিল্টি অফ এবেটমেন্ট ওকে হিয়াৰ এ ইজ এবেটৰ এ ইয়াত এবেটৰ হয় এ বিক ইনষ্টিগেট কৰিছে সো এবেটমেন্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব abatement is a specific offense in itself okay and liability of the abator does not depend on the success of the act abated or abator liability to depend nokore je jitu kamor kane instigate korise hetu success hoise ne one hetur upor depend nokore why because abatement is a specific offense in itself. Okay, so abatement can be complete. Abatement complete hobo pare even though no action take place in regard to the abatement. Abatement kora phalo judio kam to hua nai, hetur karone abatement to complete hua incomplete hua bole ami kobo nor. Abatement to jetia abate korse tetia complete hoise. Abatement can be complete even though no action take place in regard to the abatement. Ekhini kotha apnaloke abatement er khetot monot rakhibo. Okay, I think clear hoise. Question 12. So ইয়াত কিছুমান মই স্টেটমেন্ট দিছো, ইয়াত সুধিছো যে ৰং কোনটো। ওকে, কোৱেশ্চনছ বোৰ সদায় ভালকে চাব, দৌৰাদৌৰি নকৰিব, শান্তভাৱে ভালকে এক্সাইটেড নোহাকে ভালকে পঢ়িব। সো ৰং স্টেটমেন্টটো ইয়াত আইডেন্টিফাই কৰিব দিয়া হৈছে। ওকে, তো ফাৰ্ষ্ট স্টেটমেন্টটো আপোনাৰ দ্য সেন্স অফ ক্ৰিমিনেল কনস্পিৰেচি ইজ এন এগ্ৰিমেন্ট টু ডু এন ইলিগেল এক্ট। ইয়েস, ৰাইট। Such agreement can be proved only by direct evidence. This is wrong. Only word to ahi goise, only direct evidence of kotha na yat je kebol ami direct evidence to die prove koribo parim. So this statement is wrong. Such agreement can be proved either by direct evidence or by circumstantial evidence or by both. Yes, this statement is correct. Direct evidence dara hobo pare, circumstantial evidence dara hobo pare, naiba by both. So this statement is correct. Fourth statement is the only mode of proof of criminal conspiracy is a circumstantial evidence. This statement is wrong. Karon only mode buli koa hoise, only mode no hoy karon direct hobo pare, in circumstantial hobo pare, naiba by both hobo pare. So this statement is wrong. Jehetu amake wrong statement to identify koribo dise, so statement 2 and statement 4. So correct option hobo apunar C, 2 and 4. To constitute the offence of sedition. Sedition to us is section 124. Yeah. So first statement to asylum, bringing or attempting to bring into hatred or contempt or exciting or attempting to excite disaffection towards the government of India. Yes, this is correct. This is essential to constitute the offence of sedition. Such an act or attempt may be done by words, either spoken or written, or by signs or by visible representation is also correct. Third statement, comments expressing disapprobation of the administrative or other actions of the government without exciting or attempting to excite hatred, contempt or disaffection. This statement is wrong. Karon ki hoy kiteba government or ami kisuma kotha ene just kiba ta comment express to jar folot express kora hoy. Okay, se etu government enekwa koile ba enekwa kiyo nokoile, tenekwa dhorno comments ba expression dara kono excitement ba kono hatred create no. So this is not essential to constitute the offence of sedition. This not comes under section 124A. Our first statement to correct wrong hobo jehetu yat koise je gute gita important boli koise. So here the correct option is 1 and 2. So correct option to hobo apunar C, 1 and 2. Question number 14. So yat unlawful assembly punishment to kotha hoise kuntu section provide kora ase. So 143 C2. Our unlawful assembly to code as a sabo, unlawful assembly to as a whole bhalke citable, short not likhibole ahe. 15. Whenever force or violence is used by an unlawful assembly or by any member thereof in prosecution of the common object of such assembly, every member is guilty of rioting. Okay, and rioting is defined under section 146. Our punishment to dia ase 147 or rioting, affray, assault ei gute bila bhalke cite hobo. Short note oha dekhibole ba, maximum short note ahe. Question number 16. Personating a public servant is an offence under section 170. Question number 17. Whoever intentionally gives false evidence in any stage of judicial proceeding or fabricating false evidence for the purpose of being used in any stage of proceeding shall be punished under section. So shall be punished under section 193. 193 under punishment to provide kora ase. Okay, so 191 ot ase apunar giving false evidence. Okay, aru 192 ot ase fabricating false evidence. Aru duitare punishment to dia ase 193 aru 191 to ahe 192 to ahe apnaloke bhalke pohi thoi dibo. Disobedience to quarantine rule mentioned in which section of IPC? So amar etia pandemic or karone আমি যোৱাবাৰ কিমান আমাক লকডাউন দিলে, কোৱাৰেণ্টাইনত থাকিলো আমি, হয় না? সো হেতু ইণ্ডিয়ান পেনেল কোডৰ কোড মেনশন কৰা আছে নাই বা ইণ্ডিয়ান পেনেল কোডৰ মেনশন কৰা আছে নে? সো হিয়াৰ দ্য কাৰেক্ট অপশন ইজ none. Okay, so Indian Penal Code or section 271 or disobedience to quarantine rule to মেনশন কৰা আছে ওকে সো যেহেতু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ সিচুৱেশন এটা চলি আছে সো মই ভাবিলো এই কোৱেশ্চনটো ইয়াত দি দিও ওকে সো জুনে হয়তো একেবাৰে থৰো পঢ়িছে মনত থাকিবা জানিব আৰু জুনে ভালকে যদি ধৰ ইমান গুৰুত্ব দিয়া নাই সেকশনটোৰ ওপৰত মই ভাবো যদিও আহা নাই কোৱেশ্চন তথাপিতো চাই থৈ দিওক যেহেতু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ সিচুৱেশন এটা আমাৰ হৈ গৈছে বা হৈ আছে তো পেপাৰ সেটাৰে ভাবিব পাৰে যে জানে নে নাই আইবিসিৰ আছে নে নাই এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ বস্তু হে কোৱেশ্চনটো দি দিও সেই কাৰণে মই দিছো 271 ত disobedience to parental rule to mention কৰা আছে এবাৰ পঢ়ি লব দেই Question number 19. A knows Z to be behind a bush. B does not know it. A intending, yet a comma hobo, intending to cause or knowing it to be likely to cause Z's death, induces B to fire at the bush. B fires and kills Z. Is B guilty? Yet B kotha hodise B guilty hobone nohoy. Okay. So here B may be guilty of no offense. Kintu ya jodi question to B nidi pela A diye tetia hole definitely A is guilty of offense of A kintu ki hobo guilty hobo kintu B kotha hudha hoise amar ei question to so B may be guilty of no offense but A has committed the offense of culpable homicide. Question number 20. Culpable homicide is not murder if it is committed. All these are correct. Okay. Under grave and sudden provocation, exercise of good faith and by a public service for the advancement of public justice. Or culpable homicide or murder to bhalke poribo aru logote difference to cite hobo. Okay. 21. 304 deals with C. Punishment for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Question number 22 correct option to hobo apunar 310 310 thug define kora hoise aru 311 ot ase punishment of thug okay punishment to ase 23 to make out the offense of voluntarily causing grievous hurt there must be specific hurt yes voluntarily inflicted coming within any of the 8 kinds enumerated in section 320 so section 322 is a grievous hurt okay hard grievous hurt bhalke cite hoi dibo so section 320 to 20 যেটো grievous hurt or কথা কৈছে তাত 8 kinds of hurt or কথা কৈছে যে কোন বিলাক hurt of grievous hurt হিচাপে কনসিডার কৰা হ'ব okay so এটা voluntarily causing grievous hurt in case to make out the offense of voluntarily causing grievous hurt there must be specific hurt true aru within jitu 8 kinds of hurt or kotha enumerate kora ase 320 hetu bhitor ahibo lagibo tetia hetu hobo voluntarily causing grievous hurt so this statement is correct 24 A intending or knowing himself to be likely permanently to disfigure Jed's face gives a Zed a blow which does not permanently disfigure Zed flesh but which causes Zed to suffer severe bodily pain for the space of 20 days. Etia hudha hoise je A kuntu section under punishable hobo. Okay, so ami option to diar agote agor jitu moi discuss kori 23 to heture etu eta illustration eta disu moi. So A yate Zedor ki ko bisare je disfiguration of face etu intention asile so disfiguration of face to section 320 mention kore 8 kinds of jitu hurt tare bhitor eta okay jodio disfiguration of face nohol kintu ki hol he blow to diar folot jede severe body pain suffer kole severe body pain is also a kind that is mentioned under section 320 that's why here in this case A shall be punished under section 325 okay or 322 does a voluntarily causing grievous hurt so apnaloke bhalke cite about 322 ji 8 kinds hurt or kotha koise jibilak hurt hole he grievous hurt hobo hetu apnaloke bhalke pohi thobo hurt grievous hurt e gute kini pohi thobo important hoy section 339 and 340 deals with wrongful restraint and wrongful confinement etu apnalokor short note ahe likhibole ahe bhalke cite hobo section duta okay 26 match the following so force is defined under section 349 assault 351 criminal force 350 and robbery 390 so etu A aro etu B hobo eta correct option is B okay so 27 or 29 loke ketaman moi legal reasoning disu okay so 27 or 28 or kane eketa principle disu whoever intending to take dishonestly any movable property out of the possession of any person without that person's consent and moves that property said to commit theft so a case to কোৱা হৈছে ৰাজুৱে এটা সেলফোন দেখিলে ৰামৰ টেবুলত ৰাজুৱে ভাবিলে যে ৰাজুৱে কি কৰিলে হাইষ্ট এ সেলফোন ৰামৰ ঘৰত হেতু এনেকুৱা এটা প্লেছত হাইড কৰিলে য'ত হেতু ৰামে বিচাৰে যেটো ইজিলি ফাইন্ড কৰিব নোৱাৰে ওকে ডিউ টু দ্য ফিয়াৰ অফ ইমিডিয়েট চাৰ্জ অৰ ডিটেকশন ৰাজু ডিড দিস উইথ দ্য intention of taking away the cell phone from the hidden place when Ram forgets about it and he then sell it away. Now the question is Raju guilty of theft? So jodi ami principle to sound yet Raju dishonest intention ase. So the option D is correct. Yes, because Raju intended to take the cell phones from Ram's possession and with this intention he moved it. Okay. Second fact is Rita in good faith believing the ring belonging to Zias to be Rita's own property takes the ring out Zia's possession. Rita in good faith. Okay. Rita yat kuno dishonest intention নাই in good faith ভাবিলে যে নিজৰ ring হয় বুলি সেই কাৰণে লৈ গল. The question is Rita guilty of theft? No, because option C, because Rita does not take dishonestly. Question number 29. Whoever intentionally puts any person in fear of any injury to that person or to any other thereby dishonestly induces that person so put in fear to deliver to any person any property commits extortion. So fact কৈছে a bir ঘৰত enter কৰিলে কৰি b daughterক ধৰি পেলাই কলে যে যদি if b did not give him 10,000 rupees immediately threatened to stab her, that means threatened to stab her daughter আৰু ভয় খাই পেলাই b এ immediately 10,000 rupees di dile. Now a has committed extortion. So a principle to gutekhini principle ingredient a case to ase, that's why a has committed extortion. So option B. Question number 30. Whoever by force compels or by any deceitful means induces any person to go from any place is said to abduct that person. So abduction, kidnapping, robbery, dacoity gutekhini apnalke bhalke sabor sections bur bhalke cite hobo logote hey particular offense tur punishment bila kuntu section dia ase aru kidnapping abduction difference bila he bila ko cite hobo. Question number 31. Whoever makes any preparation for committing dacoity shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term of 10 years, shall also be liable to fine. That is under section 399. A finds a valuable ring not knowing to whom it belongs. A sells it immediately without attempting to discover the owner. A is guilty of offense under section option D 403 that is dishonest misappropriation of property. Question number 33. The criminal breach of trust consists of 4 positive acts, namely misappropriation, conversion, user, and disposal of property. The statement is true. So criminal breach of trust apnaloke poribo tat dekhibo gutei kita ase misappropriation, conversion, user, or disposal of property. So option A is the correct option. 34. 410 deals with stolen property. So 410 or under koa hoise je kunbilak what comes under the words stolen property. Okay, the possession of property transferred by theft, robbery, extortion. Okay, arrow jodi eta question has a property obtained by cheating, whether it is comes under 410. No, so property obtained by cheating would not be stolen property. Okay, a stolen property report question ahe. 35. Punishment of cheating is provided in which section of IPC? Yat ma hudiso cheating or punishment to. Okay, so here the correct option is yat eta section no hoy, that is not punishment to provide kora ase punishment of cheating 417 aro 415 of cheating to define kora ase. Okay, next question. A causes cattle to enter upon a field belonging to Z, intending to cause and knowing that is likely to cause damage to Z's crop. A has committed mischief, and mischief is defined under section 425 or etu ase apunar 425 ekdom last illustration to. Okay, 37. House breaking by night and house trespass in order to commit offense punishable with imprisonment for life is provided in which section of IPC? So here the correct option is 446 and 415. Next question, which section of IPC talks about forgery? That is 463. Chapter 28 deals with option B of cruelty by husband or relatives of husband, and there is only one section in this chapter, chapter 28, that is section 498A. Or 498A cruelty to, for the purpose of this section, cruelty means what? Kunbilak act cruelty hisabe dhara hobo hebilak tar define kora ase, gotike section 498 to important to hoy bhalke sai thabo logote kunbilak act of cruelty buli koise ta hekhini pohi thoi dibo. Okay, it is not defamation under section 499 of IPC to impute anything which is true concerning any person. It is for the public good that the imputation should be made or published. Whether or not it is for the public good is a question of fact. The statement is true. Okay, and this is the first exception of defamation. Okay, so under section 499 there are 10 exceptions of defamation. Our explanation of kisuman ase, gotike section 499 to apnaloke ji 10 ta explain total 10 exceptions ase, he 10 exceptions kita apnaloke bhalke buji pelai pohi thobo. Okay, section 4 question number 41, criminal intimidation is mentioned in which section of IPC? That is 503. Criminal intimidation to short note how dekiso aru logote punishment to side thoi dibo. Okay, question number 42, whoever commits the offence of criminal intimidation shall be punished with imprisonment, and if the threat to be to cause death or grievous hurt shall be punished with imprisonment of dash years. So here the correct option is B, 2 years and 2 years, and this is 7 years. Okay, our punishment to dia ase criminal intimidation or section 506 aru eta kotha monot rakhibo 506 or khetrot there are two parts in 506. So criminal intimidation is a punishment that duta part of dia ase section 506 or first part of koise whoever commits the offence of criminal intimidation shall be punished with 2 years. This is the first part. Our second part of kwa ase jodi treat to be to cause death grievous hurt, moi at okol death aru grievous hurt ei condition to disu tar upori aru kisuman condition er kotha ta second part to ullekh korise, hebur hoise destruction of any property by fire or to impute or unchastity to a woman. In that case punishment to hobo imprisonment to hoise apunar 7 years. So monot rakhibo there are two part in section 506 regarding the punishment of criminal intimidation. Our second part to kisuman condition dise jibila condition er khetrot punishment to kiman hobo imprisonment to 7 years. About death, grievous hurt, destruction of property by fire or to impute unchastity to a woman. So 506 to bhalke pohi thobo. Ei bostu bila okoman bhalke buji sai meli pohibo lage. Okay, question number 43, which section of IPC deals with attempts to commit offences does not punishable by other specific sections? So that is the last section of IPC 511. 511 to hoise apunar eta general provision eta hoy aru apuni ki koribe barrack khonor tat barrack khonode tat okoman ke comments olop dia ase 511 section tur hekhini poribo apuna dhunia ke clear hobo. Aru eta kotha monot rakhibo attempt to hoise attempt is an inchoate crime. Okay, inchoate crimes means just begin not fully developed. Okay, so attempt teneke apunar hoy abatement, conspiracy, all these are inchoate crime. That means began hoise kintu bostu to fully develop hoa nai ba complete hoa nai, hebila kowa hoy inchoate crime ba preliminary crime boli kowa hoy. Okay, 44, to constitute an offence of criminal conspiracy, what is the necessary condition to be proved? So all statement bor kuntu statement necessary condition hoy criminal conspiracy to prove kora karone ba criminal conspiracy offence to constitute kora karone. So the option B, there must be an agreement of 2 or more persons to do an illegal act by illegal means. 45, the distinction between culpable homicide and murder is based on Harry's equation exception given in section 300. এক্সেপশনবোৰ খুব ভালকে বুজি পেলাই পঢ়িবা কি হয় কালপেবল হোমিসাইড আৰু মাৰ্ডাৰৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত একদম একে লাগে বস্তুবোৰ ওকে সেইকাৰণে ডিফাৰেন্সটো ভালকে বুজি পেলাই ধুনীয়াকে নিজে লিখিবলৈ ট্ৰাই কৰিব তেতিয়া মনত থাকি যাব Question number 46. Against which one of the following offenses does the right of private defense of property extends to voluntarily causing of death? So that is robbery. Alright, to mention kora ase section 100. Section 100 কেবাটাও কন্ডিশনৰ কথা কৈছে মই robbery to দিছে robbery উপৰিও আছে house breaking by night mischief by fire হে সকলোবোৰ আপোনালোকে চাই লব আৰু 103 to related হয় private defense of property extends to voluntarily causing of death আৰু section 100 to related হয় talks about when the right of private defense of body extend to causing death. This is property and this is extend to related to body. Okay. 47. Good faith within the meaning of Indian Penal Code means A. Act done with due care and attention, and good faith is defined under section 52. 48. Which one of the following conclusion can be drawn from de minimis non-quoted lex? So D. Trifling do not constitute an offense. That is under section 95. 49. Whoever attempts to commit robbery shall be punished with. Yet who does attempts to commit robbery, not the punishment of robbery. Okay, attempts. Attempt korise. Whoever attempts to commit robbery shall be punished with D. Rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. Our last question. Stalking defines in which section of Indian Penal Code? That is 354D. 354D logote apuni 354A pora 354D gutegita sai lebo, and all these sections are inserted by 2013 amendment. Okay, so ei gutegita apnaloke sai lebo questions ketia ba ahe kun section dia ase. So ekhini asil amar mock test for IPC 50 questions. From next mock test to mock test 5 on law of torts and transfer of property will be held on 30th October. So ready hoi thakibo. Okay, so with this I take your leave. Thank you.